You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups, twins. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of
Hello again and welcome back to Effin' Adulting with Crystal and Lorena. In today's episode, we have a really awesome episode today, actually, because we're going to be talking about conspiracies. Conspiracies.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. It's really cool because we have guests coming on. So we're excited to start getting into, the conspiracy theories. So welcome, guys.
Hello,
Thank you for having us.
So we have Danny Donacio and Joaquin Chacon, which we actually went to school together. So we
Yes.
all know each
Oh.
other.
Yes.
Yes.
Middle school and high school.
Been a long
I
time.
know. What middle school did you go to? Riverside?
I went to Riverside, yeah.
Me
Ooh,
too.
yeah, we do. I don't remember you, Danny.
Yeah, I went to Thomas Manor, Riverside, and to the high school as well. But then I went to
Oh.
Cesar Chavez for a little while in high school.
Oh.
We have a bad
Yeah.
boy.
To finish up.
Yeah, to finish up, came back and
Good.
graduated with everyone. Yeah, cool.
When we decided to get into doing the conspiracy theory episode, we obviously thought of you guys because
Awesome.
I know that you have created a podcast, a conspiracy podcast called Conspiracy Dummy Podcast on YouTube. And I know you've appeared on it multiple times, Joaquin. So
that's
we
true.
obviously were like, yeah, we need to talk to them and see what they have to say about the conspiracies that we've like seen or heard of. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so I'm like, you see me just searching most popular conspiracies. That was me, So mainly we did this episode because of Crystal. She's into that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I like that stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
pretty cool.
I mean, it's
I
kind
love
of
it.
hard. It's kind of hard not to be because there are so many like interesting, intriguing stories that turn out to be true. And,
Exactly.
only like a decade before they were like, oh, that's huge conspiracy. There's no way that like the government introduced crack cocaine into the urban areas. And oh yeah, they surely did. That happened.
Right?
Yeah,
It's true.
and
That wasn't a conspiracy at all.
and especially this year, 2020. If 2020 didn't make you a conspiracy theorist, I don't know what will. I guess some people are just still waiting for that alien anal probe to happen to them or some shit. So to convince them.
Someone
but-
said, ain't no bro.
yeah.
Whoa.
Come on,
Why did she get all
sign me up.
excited? My eyes. Hold on.
Oh, what?
What? Now I'm awake.
Tell me
I did read that part.
Yeah.
So who better to keep us woke, right? Woke.
Mm.
Than you guys that do this on the regular every week.
I
So
too. Yeah.
you do, right? You, like I said, you appear in
Yeah.
some of them.
The dynamic is basically Danny has like this like almost encyclopedic knowledge of like all these like conspiracies that have happened,
Mhm.
but like only like the headlines. So he doesn't really know much about what's going on. Like he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
then there's Sasquatch, and then there's
That's me, dude. Like right
Yaki.
now.
I'm like, what is all this?
That
And
is
then I just
me.
kind of provide like the pop culture references and the
insights.
movie references.
Yeah. Like I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm more of a conspiracy, I guess, a conspiracy dummy. I'm just trying to make sense of it all. I'm not an expert in any field. I just love
Mhm.
the topics of conversation, like involving conspiracies and stuff. And it's just stuff that I talk with my friends and family and
Yeah.
people close to me and people I feel safe with and everything like that. Because who knows, man? It gets kind of crazy sometimes too. I
Yeah.
shouldn't say it's always like cool and everything. Some conspiracies can be really dark in the dark arts and shit.
And that's the reason why I wasn't like, ooh, we have to talk about conspiracies. Like, fuck, like you never know what to say or how far to go with it. 'Cause you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want like anything to happen to me.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
for
right?
sure.
Oh,
You never know.
They have movies like that too, like
So,
Conspiracy
movie
theorists.
Conspiracy Theory.
for real. So I'm
Batman.
afraid I'm like, That's why
My
I
sister,
googled.
I don't know if you guys remember my sister, Rosanna.
Yes,
Right?
yes, I
Well,
remember.
she is really into shit like this, and she's always sending me stuff from Reddit. And
That's the
I don't know,
spot.
like everything that's happening this year and what's about to happen. And she's like, look, this is what's happening, and blah, blah, blah. And she gets really into it. So, like, I get really into it, like, and I
Me
tell
too.
Lorena about some of the stuff, and she's like, no, like, that's kind of,
I'm like,
So
yeah, I don't
if
know.
I
I
can
like
ask,
it.
if I can just ask right quick, then, like, what do you think is some of the more like bizarre things that she's told you about that like are conspiracy theories, like off Reddit?
Well, right now she sent me a couple of I guess stuff from Reddit that was about I guess electrical shortage that's gonna happen, and
Hmm.
also about the I don't know if Lorena told you I wanted to talk about I don't know a lot about it, but the pizza gates that was kind of creepy
Oh,
to
I
me.
thought
Pizzagate.
that was super dark, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I
that
don't
was
know.
pretty intense.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
yeah,
that's
that's kind of crazy, huh?
so like the way I found out about it was like that guy Alex Jones, right? The one that had I think it was like Infowars or no, Bright, no, I think it's yeah, Infowars. And he was
Yeah,
saying that like yeah, that the Clintons had like uh this child sex trafficking thing going on under this pizza place.
Yeah.
And then this dude who listens to that shit fucking took a shotgun, went in there and shot it up. And like they raided the place, and apparently there wasn't even no basement there. Um, and so it was just like all like
but
spun off of this like crazy stuff. And then I guess later on, Jeffrey Epstein dies, and all of a sudden like all the Clintons are kind of implicated in all this kind of crazy stuff.
Mhm.
And like it makes you think like, well, damn, like was there some real shit going on? Like, I don't know.
I
well,
don't know.
yeah, it was like what, a month right before the 2016 election.
Yeah.
Hillary and I think John Podesta's emails were hacked and
Mhm.
put it on blast on WikiLeaks, and I think that kind of led to what Julian Assange's arrest too and stuff for being like a whistleblower. And but those emails had a lot of cryptid and coded
That they
words in there and a lot of
use, yeah,
food references,
Yeah.
and
like
believe it, like even if you believe it or not, those fucking emails are weird as fuck, man. Like this,
They are
like,
weird.
yeah, I have some of them right here. I guess some of the words, hot dog, I guess it means boy, pizza means girl, cheese means little girl, pasta means little boy, ice cream means male prostitute, walnut sauce means a person of color,
This
map,
one's
like a
fucked
map.
up.
Yeah, a map means semen. I guess the map, and what's the
oh
other
my
one?
god.
Yeah,
There was one.
there's
Oh, and sauce, like the sauce of something means orgy.
I
So
wonder
it's
who
just
was
weird
in
how,
charge. Who was in charge of actually like putting these names?
yeah,
And like,
I
oh,
Yeah,
don't
we're
who
know,
gonna
man.
created the
name.
list?
I don't
I
know. It's
know.
pretty crazy though.
But
I thought it was pretty crazy. Like my sister sent me a video of like the whole thing that was going on, and it does come out where they have like the whole coding thing of like sauce and hot dogs. And I saw some of the emails that they had that they were saying that something about Obama was having like a party and he spent millions of dollars, and
buying hot
I
dogs
think
or
it was
something
like a
crazy.
hot dog party or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that,
I think it was
and
like
it's like
65,000, something crazy amount of dollars for hot dogs. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
and I don't know, it was kind of crazy. I was like, who
It is
spends that
kind of
much
weird.
money?
But then again, I do take this with a little grain of salt, because I don't know. We live in that time now where, well, like back in the day with JFK, people used to blackmail people by saying someone had an affair with this lady or this man. You know what I mean? Like JFK with Marilyn Monroe, and I think with Truman. Truman, I believe he was gay or something like that. I'm not sure, but they used to blackmail people like this back in the day. But that shit's not shocking anymore. You know what I mean? That shit's like a party or something, you know what I mean? It doesn't shock anybody anymore. So now, what's like the lowest of the low? Pedophiles. So everybody gets blamed for that shit now. So it's what they did is they muddy the waters to where we don't know now. And I do believe there is shit like that that does go on. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're seeing shit with the Epstein and Ghislaine and all that, but
mhm.
who's involved. Man, it's easier just to say they're all fucking involved. You know what I mean? For me, that's I don't know, but
Yeah, who knows? But
who knows really? But
That's just
And
dark.
that's what they say. It's like Hollywood's all about. That basically like that movie Pinocchio. There's a theory about that. That's what that movie Pinocchio is about. The trappings of Hollywood and young boys and all that shit.
yeah.
damn.
That's
And then
horrible. Now I'm not
I
gonna
know,
watch it.
right?
Like I'm not gonna see it the same way now.
It is crazy. But if you watch it, like,
They
I don't
do. They
know.
Well,
lure. They
yeah,
basically.
because
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
And then also with that Podesta guy, his brother Tony Podesta, he's like a lobbyist. He's not a good dude either. But if you see some of his artwork, you can find him online. He has like a collection of artwork in his house, and it's fucking disturbing. It's like half naked kids playing
is that
with
with a B?
monsters, and
Tony
it's
Podesta with a T.
with a T. Tony with the P.
Let me
Tony
watch it.
Podesta. Podesta. Yeah, you can look Tony Podesta artwork, and you can just check that shit out. And that shit's fucked up, man. I don't know who can hang shit like that in their
I don't
house.
know.
It just
For
shows
real,
pictures of
so.
him. I want to show art. Oh, okay, yeah. That's. Oh yeah.
They're
I see
weird,
it.
Crazy
man.
stuff, huh?
oh
They're kinda
yeah,
Like, why would you
The
have that in your
fuck?
house? Like, I don't know. It's kind of
you
crazy.
see that, Crystal?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's like
saw
one of the
those.
That's horrible.
yeah, they're
Oh,
weird.
so you
man.
know what? Like, I forget what I was listening to or heard about, but it was basically. Oh, I was listening to the Mike Tyson podcast. He talks like that's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson,
Mhm.
and he was talking about like King Louis, the one that was basically did all that crazy shit in Africa and stuff like that, and, like murdered all those millions of people.
Mhm.
And he was saying that like, or at least I think that's what it was. Like, the rich people would like basically pay to see savagery so that they could paint it and like
For
make
like
it as weird.
inspiration.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. It was just like,
Oh my
oh
God.
gosh, like he made him like kind of kill, like slaughter all these pygmies or something so that he would like paint it.
What?
I forget what the name of the artist was, but it was like very disturbing, and it just was like it kind of fed into like this idea that the reason why like it seems like powerful people are the ones getting away doing this like pedophilia is because they have no fucking give a fuck sense in their head. You know what I mean? Like they just have money. They can just fucking do whatever. Like
Yeah.
they don't, to
That's
them it's
so-
not even
yeah,
a
they
fucking
get bored.
to them they're not tripping. It's us that are tripping. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Well, imagine having so much money that you don't know what the fuck to do with it, and you just
exactly like that. Oh, you have to make up like weird
Yeah.
shit to do.
like that's
But that's crazy. I think
Yeah.
that's beyond crazy for like even like I think if we were all rich and like us here we're talking like I don't think we would be that crazy to go to that level of you
But
know what
I
I
think
mean?
it's like if you're born rich, like you're already. I don't know. It's different if you become rich.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
feel
think
like
there's like a level of rich we just
Um,
can't even
yeah.
conceive of because like we
Yeah, you get desensitized to everything. I believe, like if you have it all and you're given everything,
Like,
you don't.
what else can you get?
Yeah, you don't.
For real.
You don't try to earn anything. Everything's just given to you. It's kind of crazy. But with the Pizzagate too, there's also. Have you guys heard of Anthony? What's his name? Wiener. It's a fucked up last name.
Anthony Weiner.
senator.
Yeah,
Is
Anthony.
he a
Weiner.
senator.
Yeah, he was involved with something like that too. He was
He
was
tweeted
married.
his penis, right?
No, he did. Yeah, he did some kind of sexting or some kind of shit, but with the minor. But him too, they found shit on his.
Oh
laptop.
yes, I've seen him.
Yeah, he was involved with all
Sending-
that too. Yeah.
Sending that freaking. I saw that
Yeah.
where
Well,
he
that dude-
sent out like Joaquin.
Oh,
He was
shit,
sending
okay.
out like he came out everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he did send some shit, right?
on his laptop too. Well, they
On
found
his Twitter.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they got his laptop, the New York Police Department, and they found shit on there that was so disturbing. It disturbed the police officers. They were like throwing up, and I also heard
Oh my
some of
god, are
those,
you kidding me?
I also heard some of those police officers end up dead. So there's a lot of people. A
What?
lot of
What do you
people.
mean
in-
they? What?
like,
Like,
the police officers that were investigating, some of them ended
Yeah.
up dead too. I don't know. They got
Oh,
suicided. I
shit.
don't know. Also, Seth Rich too he was involved too. I don't know too much about that dude, but I know he was killed during this time too for some shit.
Well, that's too many coincidences.
Yeah, there's just so much. Well,
Yeah.
they say Hillary has like a kill list, like a list of people that
I'm sorry, but I just don't see it.
I don't know
I look
either.
at the lady and I don't see like.
I mean, that's why they're conspiracies, but
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
Well,
that's
like,
it.
yeah, but
people believe. That's what's going on. Like, and then apparently people like commit suicide,
Yeah, exactly.
and I don't know. And then it always goes back to her most of the times. Like, why? That's weird. Like,
And her
it's
husband
weird they were gonna say something bad about her, and then they just die.
and old
Yeah,
Bill.
I think there was a reporter that died like
Yeah.
that during like
Yeah, I know who
the
you're talking
election
about.
and stuff like that.
Um,
At least one of them. I know maybe there was like more than one, but
oh, there's a few. Yeah.
all right. So let's talk about the eugenics movement. Do you guys know anything about that?
The eugenics. Yeah,
Well-
well, the history of it's kind of dark, with the Nazis and stuff. And I heard that the principles of eugenics was started way back, like in ancient Greece. Like I think Plato kind of
Plato, yeah.
knew the principles of it and how to selective breeding and stuff like that. I guess.
well, shit. I mean, you think about eugenics, you talk about what we do to fucking dogs, fucking for centuries and shit, bro. Breeding these
Horses.
motherfucking
That's true.
horses and shit.
Yeah, like
Breeding those
you breed
motherfuckers with
'em,
like all kinds of weird shit. You know what I mean? Like,
or
to
you breed
make-
like the really good horses that are fast, just so they can.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like-
exactly.
Or if you want to get
Right.
deep
Like
too,
thoroughbred.
I would argue that shit probably goes even farther, bro. Like our earlier ancestors, like you would think, like Neanderthal and Homo sapien at the time. I think maybe they just kind of got weeded out of the gene pool, and
Mhm.
people just mated with Homo sapiens, and Neanderthal just kind of just died out.
Nobody
Basically.
wanted them anymore. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, thanks. We just like you guys as friends.
Yeah, we
Hi,
like
you gotta.
I'm really
I like
into
you
like
as a
Homo sapiens these
friend.
days,
well, and that's basically what it is now. It's kind
So
of
you're
like
really nice, but I kind of like you like a friend.
He's like, oh, he's 40 and shit. Like, he's like, I don't think I'm gonna have kids. I don't think I'm gonna have any more Neanderthal kids.
Oh my god.
Do you ever think about like, because we're all pretty much like Hispanic or Mexican or Chicano, whatever. Do you ever think about like when you have kids or if you have kids, do you want to have like Hispanic kids or do you want to have mixed babies or what? And is that eugenics
Is
in
that-
itself?
yeah,
Like a type of eugenics, right? I would say,
Right.
because you know how like in Mexican cultures or Hispanic, you're like, no, tienes que, like you need to better our fucking blood, like don't fucking
Mhm.
go with the Mexican or whatever, But
And
for
every-
me,
I
I
think-
love Mexicans.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Yeah.
And if you break it down, we're
Okay.
all mixed or something. We don't know what our great.
Yeah,
great-
that's
great-
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Mestizos
and speaking
or
with
whatever.
eugenics, that they have those kind of stuff now where 23andMe, where you could tell your DNA, see your DNA and see your
Your
ancestry and
ancestors.
and all that. And
That's true.
that too can tell, because I think you have to pay a little bit more, and you could see like what you can get sick of and what
Oh yeah.
Sick and tired, motherfucker. Traffic.
Yeah.
Work.
I think
Oh,
ancestry.
bitch, you paid fucking $70 for this shit.
So we're on that level now, you know what I mean, where we could see that shit. So who knows, man, where it's going from there.
Me, I was like questioning like who determines who's better, like superior. Because obviously back in the day, like during the Nazi and Hitler and all that, they thought that they were trying to make a new man, and now it's
superior.
like, yeah, superior. Like, but who determines that, what's
Yeah, I think
superior and
they-
what is not?
I think they go by like, yeah, like, or do people focus on intelligence or like physical, like
Appearance.
ability or dominance? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what is it like? What is perfection? But I don't know if you
trying to
guys
make-
ever saw that movie. It's called Gattaca, and it was basically about eugenics
No, I never saw
with
it.
Ethan Hawke and like Uma
Oh, yeah, I
Thurman.
remember.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Okay, That's a good film. That one's basically about a guy who was born, like, his parents had sex and had a baby. And then his younger brother is born like through eugenics, and where they're basically, okay, we're gonna take these really good genes to make sure he's really good at this and da 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 da. And so Ethan Hawke is the normal, like, God baby, and his brother like kind of, enjoys like this kind of higher class society, because instead of like having people go on job interviews or have references, they basically just take a blood sample to see if, like, okay, are you like basically a properly made eugenic baby, like that has like good health and all this, or are you a risk that we might have to, like, you might get cancer or some shit like that, you know what I mean, like that we're not going to hire you. And that way, in that case,
Wow.
you could take out the trash, you can,
And be the
drive me
janitor.
around.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
what if that's the next stage of evolution for us?
That's
though?
what I was thinking too, man.
No, that's
You know?
crazy.
But I
It's-
feel
a lot
like
of
if
the-
you're giving up something, like if you're doing, because you're talking about genetic modification now, like where you can take certain things and like remove a risk and all that. But I mean, I think if you take some bad things, you trade something for something else. Don't you think?
Well, like, yeah, like
Like
say,
a
like,
demon baby.
you grew up with I don't know, something that like made you work a little bit harder, and then your character came out better because of it. You know what I mean? Like, there's tons of
Yeah.
stories like that. If you're born fucking perfect, you could fucking walk on your hands at fucking age 3. Like, what are you gonna go from there? You know what I mean?
Like, you have
like,
nowhere to go from there. That's
it's
right.
like, oh, I'm just kind of like experience perfection already.
You have nothing to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why even try?
That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
else is perfect. And shit,
and-
what are we
and
gonna just
what-
compete against each other?
That's funny.
Hey, can I ask you, what are you guys' thoughts about Bill Gates? Because I know he's involved with like eugenics now and all that.
He's filthy rich. That's all I think about.
I do find it.
Oh,
I do
I
find it
hear a lot
weird.
of things
Like,
about that guy.
yeah, me too. I do too. I do find it weird, like how he was like a computer geek at one time. No offense to computer geeks, I'm kind of one like myself, but turned drug dealer. You know what I mean? It's weird. I never
Computer
like,
geek. Yeah, you're a computer
Who,
geek. Like Bill
you?
Gates is a computer geek.
No,
bro.
not like that. Not on that level. You know what I mean? I'm saying no offense to computer geeks, but he's a computer geek turned drug pusher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Drug
involved with that
maker,
now.
bro. A
he's-
vaccine
He's a
creator.
pusher.
He's
bro.
wanting her. So okay, that brings me to the what is it? RFID thing, the chip.
Yeah, chips.
Oh yeah,
Is that what you
Yeah.
think? Like, is that like
that's something
I think
I've
so,
heard.
yeah.
We might
That
be
I
he
think
getting
that'll be
there.
the
with
first
it?
step.
We might be there.
That'll be
some of
like,
some of them are getting them implanted right here. I think
Right?
Sweden.
in
I think
Sweden?
yeah,
They have
Wisconsin
more-
too. Here in the States, yeah.
In Sweden, there are more than 4,000 people that actually that have gotten it, and they get it right here. Well, that's what I read,
Yeah, me too.
or here.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure.
And you know, it's
Yeah,
not
I think
like
I saw some people getting it,
yeah.
like on a video where they actually have like some kind of piercer guy do it, like pushes it in there, and you pay for shit out of it and everything.
Yeah. And what makes
I
if
don't
that's
know.
what makes if that's something they want us all to get? You know what I mean? Like similar to the vaccine right now, like they want us to all get it eventually. I guess I don't know if it's gonna be mandated or not, but
down.
you know, what makes if it's gonna be that route that we take for I guess just to, I don't know. I really don't know the purpose of it, maybe just to
Yeah.
control us more than they are right now. I
But
guess.
why aren't like the president or like the government getting a, you know,
Yeah.
I
like
don't know.
live, like where people can see it and be like feel a little bit more comfortable getting it?
We have it in
I don't
everything. It's,
know.
it's in our credit cards. We have it in our pets.
Well, no,
You know,
yeah.
mean,
GPS phones. They.
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, exactly. We already carry cell phones, and we
Yeah.
carry
True.
everything else. I mean, they
That makes a
got
good
that shit already. It's just gonna be like that next evolution where it's gonna be less of a phone that you're gonna need and more of a bionic upgrade. You know, there's gonna be selling like finger lighters. I at some point, I fucking guarantee you.
where you get it.
You have like,
forget.
oh yeah, let me hold up. Your finger
No,
finger's
that's
gonna
actually
glow. It's like gonna be a
awesome 'cause-
lighter and shit.
That's awesome because I always lose mine.
I'm gonna patent that shit right now.
Control it.
Fuck yeah.
Just fucking screw your fucking tip of your finger on.
Go gadget.
Go gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So yeah, I
crazy.
guess we're gonna. I don't know. Like people fear that they're gonna lose their freedom. You know,
A
being
huevo. A
tracked.
huevo. I mean, it's just gonna happen anyways.
I
They
mean,
got
yeah, like
fucking
you're
cameras
saying, they're already pretty
everywhere.
much tracking
Drones
you.
and shit.
And then that way they'll be able to see your how healthy you are. You'll get a chip a week later. You're getting insurance calls, companies calling you and shit. You know what I mean? Like
That
here,
shit already
here's
happens
this
right now on my
medicine.
phone. and
Yeah. You know
shit.
what I mean? It's gonna be
That's
fucking
true.
crazy. I wouldn't trust it. You know.
Hey, you
Talking
haven't
about
walked
that,
in like 20 minutes, motherfucker. You better get your ass up.
and right before we got on, my mom she took the
Fitbit.
vaccine. She took the vaccine. My
took it?
mom today, yeah, in the morning. She's a nurse, so she took it at 7, and I was just checking in on her, and she texted me like an hour ago saying no arms or legs or a penis is growing out of her forehead, so she's all
There
good.
you go. There you go. That's a good sign.
That's good
Yeah.
because I was hearing there was a lot of like allergic reactions,
I know.
people were
I was
getting-
scared. Yeah.
but no, thank God she's doing good.
Yeah.
you
Thank
guys-
God.
What do you guys think about the stuff that's been coming out in the news about not being injected? Like
Oh, what?
Oh, the
Heard
thing
of
that
it?
went
I
live.
saw and they were going live giving they were giving the UMC people here some the first shots, and there was, I guess, on the second nurse you could tell that they didn't inject anything on them, and it came out in the news. They were showing it, and
Like
there's
they
a
faked
couple
it?
of them that I saw that, and then there was one where the needle went in, but when they pull it out, like there's no needle.
Maybe
I don't
it
know,
Stayed
that's
in
what-
there.
And there was
Like
one
it's-
too.
it
This
was like a retractable needle, like it was on a
That's
spring.
what they were saying.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goes
That's
in.
what they were saying.
Sorry.
Whoops.
I don't know.
knows, man. Yeah.
I don't know, but they said that the person giving the injection was pretty nervous, like me right now. So she might have gotten, or he might have gotten like the wrong needle. I don't know.
No.
Damn, that sucks.
But they gave him
yeah, I
another
mean-
one anyways. I heard they gave him another one just, just in case he really didn't get the vaccination. He now has it. So, but I
There
don't
was
know.
a needle in him that was already used.
What?
They stuck a needle in there. No? It was just
Yeah,
already
they did,
like.
but it was empty. Like
Yeah,
the
but
syringe-
So they never put anything in there?
no. And the guy
Or it
goes
was
like
already used.
this, and then he like pretends like he's doing it, but
Huh.
there's nothing. Clearly, there's nothing in there because you could see the video. And it's, I
Wow.
don't know, that it came out in the news and K Fox, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't know.
I did hear about a lady too that took the shot and she was like shaking and shit. I don't know. Like
That was
moments
me.
after.
One
That,
that
that,
said-
that could be like an allergic reaction or something. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
That,
like
there
they
is
said
gonna
like
be
it's
those
a
cases.
palsy or something.
It could be.
Yeah, there's gonna be some cases like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, they are testing it, so. And then the monoliths that came out on, I don't know if you guys have heard of that, like that stupid little
They're everywhere.
Around the
statue
world.
kind of thing.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
they're up for a day and then somebody
Mhm.
comes and jacks them the next day.
That's true. That's what I hear, that they've been, they appear and then they disappear.
Somebody steals them.
I know it's
No,
like
they're
in
jacking.
somebody's
There's somebody just
backyard.
like, oh shit, I know where that's at. Boom, they go take it.
No, I just appeared there. I don't know.
I don't know. But when I did see that, it reminded me. I don't know if you guys seen that movie, 2001: Space Odyssey. It's an old
Yeah,
Stanley
I
Kubrick.
heard of
film.
that.
Yeah, there's a clip in the movie or a scene in the movie where they wake up and there's just like a monolith right in front of them. It looks like in that same area too the first one was found. And they're just all freaking out and shit like that. But that's kind of like how we're doing now too. We're just like, oh shit, there's a monolith in my downtown area, whatever. There's one in El Paso, I believe. There's one in San Antonio, you said.
There's one in San Antonio, El Paso,
One popped up in Iran today or Iraq,
That's crazy.
Spain.
Romania. They're all over the world. Yeah, so who knows?
So
What do you
are
think
they
that
like-
is?
You just
It's like street artists. It's like Banksy.
It's like it's like those flash dancers. Remember?
Yeah,
How they would just show up in public all of a sudden.
Shut
and-
up.
and they would
Or-
bounce.
Or it's to
It's
distract
like that,
us.
but it's with artists like all around the world.
It probably is an artist just doing that,
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
distraction.
Banksy, that's how he used to get up and stuff. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
it was just like something that was there.
Okay, so bringing that up, I know Crystal wanted to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
the crop
I
circles.
was gonna say the crop circles. What about that? The crop circles.
That's a crazy phenomenon, huh? I don't know.
I mean, it's been going
but
on for a long time.
for a
so-
long time, cattle mutilation, all those things
Mm.
are kind of linked together for some reason. I don't know. I blame UFOs and aliens. You know, I'm into that
blame the
shit.
I mean,
but-
they said
And
the aliens are real.
chupacabras.
Hey, talking about
Chupacabras.
aliens. Look how much shit of aliens is getting released this year. You got
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Pentagon.
they said that the
You got-
extraterrestrials are real. Or
Tucker
something.
Carlson was talking about him like a week ago on the news or whatever he's on. But
The Air Force has confirmed their existence.
Oh, that's right. I read
yeah,
that.
the Air
too.
Force, yeah.
That's crazy.
And
My
then
sister was,
they went
my
back
sister
on
was
what they were
looking
saying.
at
too.
a video that she sent me, and she said later they're gonna start saying that that they do exist. And now look what's happening.
It's I'm gonna do an episode on that. It's
That's
called
crazy.
Project Bluebeam. And it's like a way to usher in the new world order too, by just
Mhm.
making like an alien threat. But it didn't start off as an alien threat. It was to start off as a new world religion. Back then they were gonna do the Project Bluebeam was to like project the second coming of Christ, and everybody was gonna be like, oh, I'll start bowing down to him, and the world was gonna come together under this one new world order. But I think right now they switched it to aliens, and I think that's what they're probably trying to do is project. Who knows? I like to think they're real, but this might be some kind of fuckery too afoot from the government or whoever the powers
Like
that
I
be.
was listening to
It's a
one of your
distraction, man. There's so much
episodes.
distractions this year.
There is.
I was listening to one of the episodes, and I don't know if it was you or who said it, but they're like, "Yeah, anything I'm gonna blame the aliens." Something like that. I don't know.
Probably
which
me or-
one. He's like, I'm just
or
gonna
my
say
friend
it's
Aaron or-
aliens.
Probably me. Yeah, I
I
say
don't
that.
know.
a lot.
Aliens.
Or
It's a good-
Mr. Williams
be.
too. He's another homie that helps me out on the podcast. Shout out to him at
Aliens.
Roaming Sasquatch on Instagram. You can check him
Roaming
out.
Sasquatch. So
He's a cool
anything
dude, man.
unexplainable would be aliens. They're
I
everywhere.
don't know. I kind of believe in aliens.
Yeah.
I kind of believe
I mean,
in
It's
how
it.
could
easier,
you
man.
not though?
I know.
right?
There's
Yeah.
a lot of. I mean, it's too many people. I think already. A lot of weird stuff. A lot of like pictures, videos.
Like we were just
From
talking
Hollywood.
about the
And you-
the pyramids. I mean, come on.
The pyramids.
Oh, I saw a pyramid this last
Aliens.
week, and it's
Oh,
awesome.
Right.
Chichen
It was
Itza,
awesome.
right?
My first pyramid. Yes, I love it. It's so
You know,
cool.
I went
Yeah.
there, and did they let you go up? They don't let you go up anymore, right? Because
Nah, I think they stopped in early 2000s. Yeah, something happened. Somebody must have fell
Yeah.
down those steps, man.
I was
Yeah,
worked
something
out.
bad. It messed it up for everybody.
Exactly.
But it's cool, man. Yeah, and that kind of makes me think how any government really, because you kind of see like when I was talking to the guy there and stuff, and just how religion played a big part, and it was just a lot of these people believe in this stuff, but I could see how the powers that be can
So-
use things as a power tool just to control. You know what I mean? Like with religion, and you see that, and I kind of got a sense of that
Yeah.
they're just learning about that, and I could see how even today with if there's people who run the world, like I would think they would have control of the media, they will have control of big tech, they will have control of big pharma.
Big
They have their pockets in
pharma.
all these things. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it just makes sense. Like they have you in thinking a certain way. It's like we are brainwashed. Are you guys you guys saw that documentary, The Social Dilemma on
No.
Netflix?
No.
It
Oh,
also
it's a
I
good
might
one.
have started
should-
it, but I don't know. If
It should have been called like Common Sense the movie.
Well, it is common sense.
Why?
It is common
Because
sense.
they're
though.
like saying like, oh, like your phone, what it does to you when you use it too much, and that people are targeting you when you turn on your phone, and they're looking at
They're
everything
collecting
you
all
do,
the
and you're like,
data.
yeah, no fucking
Really?
shit, dude. Like
You're like
they made a
talking
whole
about-
fucking movie basically to tell you
Well,
some shit like
it's
you
more
should have
than
fucking
that,
figured out by
too.
yourself.
It's more
What
than
is
that
it
too.
called again?
The social
The
dilemma.
social dilemma.
And it's basically
wanna-
that technology and these
But they do
social
break
media
it down
outlets.
though. They do
Yeah.
break it down like very well, because it's motherfuckers that like used to work for Twitter, people that used to fucking
Oh,
study
yeah.
like fucking
Yeah, the big tech gurus.
psychology that was specifically targeted at fucking focusing attention and shit like that. So like you find out that they're like, okay, it's not just like some fucking app that someone
That's
just happened to make.
really-
Like, no, like they fucking seriously thought about like, what is the one thing that stimulates the brain? What kind of activity stimulates the brain so much that they're gonna keep wanting to fucking use this shit? And
Positive
when you
reinforcement.
realize that and so when you realize that they're kind of using these tactics against you, it kind of makes you want to think
It's hitting,
like, all
it's
right.
hitting those dopamine levels. So it's like, and not just with that though. I'm talking about like hackers and influencers. They are if you think back in the day, Hollywood was the big influencers, and I would say now Hollywood is dead. The new influencers is
Social
YouTubers,
media.
podcasters. You and I are gonna be the new influencers, believe it or not.
That's right.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we're gonna take over this shit. So yeah, I do believe that's where it's heading.
Shout.
Yeah, so gotta keep a lookout and just be careful, man, who approaches you and shit, man. I say just do this by yourself, man. Keep it going and just be solo, be independent.
Right.
Yeah, don't let anybody help you with this, what you're doing.
No, I do everything.
Fuck
so.
that shit. No, if somebody fucking says like, you want
Nah,
to
don't
join
feel
my
bad.
fucking network and
Yeah,
shit,
fuck
you
that.
say
As you
yes, please.
No,
I
I'm
know,
making a
right?
network.
Yes.
I'm gonna build a
Hey,
network.
do you want to get this fucking check and shit? Yeah, all right, cool. Not
How do you
forever.
How do you want me, sir?
Exactly.
No.
I'll wear
oh,
whatever.
shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
You tell me, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh man,
And Crystal will too.
Andale.
I'm
There you go,
ready.
Crystal.
I'm
She's
ready.
So, yeah.
They're gonna
No,
dress you up as
I-
Elmo, and then you're gonna like, no, the mansions are like,
Get-
you gotta be Elmo, you gotta sit on the couch,
Tickle
And they're gonna
me.
tickle
and
you.
every time she
Tickle
says
me.
something funny, you gotta like laugh. Like,
Tickle me, Elmo.
I know.
But yeah, you mentioned Big Pharma. Obviously, I wanted to talk about that, about how it's believed that they really just create, diseases and illnesses just to sell you and profit off of, because I don't know if you remember, like when you're a kid, now they have like, oh, they have ADD and they have like all this stuff for kids, but I remember
Yeah.
when I was a child, I was probably the same way, and they didn't give a that shit wasn't even a thing,
Exactly.
but now they like start creating all
can-
this fucking stuff that they want to sell you, like fucking medicine for it or whatever. They just want to profit off of
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
shit,
Teachers became drug pushers.
Yeah,
Crazy.
because they're like,
For
this
some reason.
child must
You
have
got-
ADD.
You got computer geeks turning into drug pushers, and you got teachers turning into drug pushers. So
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's
you talking about like, like Ritalin and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. They pushed that
Well, that
shit. on
shit
you.
was not when I was a child. That shit.
Well,
was
you know what? Also,
I'm-
though, you know what also wasn't really around? Mental health awareness either.
that's
You know what I
true.
mean? We
That's
do talk
true.
about like,
Well,
I
that's
mean, we do
true.
talk about like kids being like wimpy or whatever. Maybe we're just kind of like more aware now of like seeing when kids like actually have a mental disorder, like, or a learning disorder or something, and not just being like, quit faking it, or fucking suck it
Yeah.
up, or
Sit still.
don't act stupid, act right. Like,
That's true.
I don't know, it could be that, but
I was one of those
do-
kids too, man. I could never sit still. I was so all over the place, and I turned out fine. Look at me.
See, there you go.
I mean, yeah,
There-
I mean, shit.
There's hope.
Yeah, there's hope.
You don't need medicine. In other
You don't.
words, I don't think you need medicine. I mean, I think you
You need
basically little
that
by little.
medicine right there.
Mm-hmm. It's all you need. CBD. My foot fell asleep. This is what I use it for.
Right?
I'm Big Pharma right now, right? We're talking about Big Pharma.
Yes, Big Pharma.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, but don't you find it weird too? Like when the shit hits the fan, like with the COVID situation, and this shit doesn't discriminate. You know what I mean? When the shit gets going, we'll come up with something. We had a vaccine. I don't know if this
yeah.
is the fastest vaccine we ever gotten in history or what, but look at cancer. How long has that shit been going? How much money has been dumped into that? And where are we at with that?
But it's not
Yeah.
convenient for them to find a cure for cancer, you know?
It's
or
not.
like-
It's It's not the business. They want to
'Cause it-
prolong it as long as they
Yeah,
can.
And that's some
it's not
fucked up shit.
convenient.
It is fucked up. Yeah.
It's sad.
I mean, yeah, people are getting cancer by like tens of thousands at a fucking every day and shit. I'd actually be like, all right, guys, we better give them the cure now. We waited too fucking long.
Right?
Oh,
This is
yeah.
not
That's
funny
very
anymore.
good.
You guys had the cure this whole fucking time? Yeah, we got like 10 of them.
Yeah, man.
We have 10 of them. That's true, though. It usually takes
It's true.
forever for a vaccine to be
You guys ever
created.
remember
Years, like
the
years.
comedian?
Years, yeah.
You gotta think about like trials. You know, it's as fucked up as it is. They do animal trials before they do human testing. So this shit was just fast.
I'm an
man.
animal lover, but I think I would
What?
rather they
Honestly,
tested on
do
an
you-
animal than me.
I think
I'm
I think
sorry,
computers-
Matilda.
Yeah.
Do you like
I
ever
know.
think that maybe we already had the cure?
Yes, I don't know, man.
Maybe
Like,
they just want it. I feel like
it's
I
a
don't know,
sensitive subject. It's a sensitive. That's why I haven't really done any really episodes or talked much on COVID. Really, I just don't. Yeah, it's weird. I have
I
my
don't
thoughts, on
know.
it, but who knows, man? I
The
do believe
cure?
that. It don't you find the timing of it like there's people that were born in a pandemic, they're dying in a pandemic. You know what I mean? Like this a century ago, we were going through this shit. And if you think about people back and look at this tells so much about how we are as a human race now. You see pictures back in the 1920s or 30s during whatever the Spanish flu, they were wearing gas masks. The whole family, everybody was wearing gas masks. They'll be dressed nice Sundays gear and everything, but with the gas mask. You see today, people walking into grocery stores, they're wearing a G-string on their face or a thong on, like whatever, plastic bag.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's totally fucking ass backwards. You would think we would be prepared for something like this, you know?
Yeah.
And all we do is just blame this person and that person, whatever, man. But yeah, I just think it's fucked up. I really think it's fucked up. And I have so many questions. So many questions.
So many.
It's just sad. It's
Yeah,
sad because
it's
anything
sad.
that you comment, you know that there's so many people that have lost family members, you know, so you can't
I
really
know, yeah.
discredit. Like you can't be like, oh, I don't believe in COVID and this and that.
No,
because-
sure.
no, I
Yeah.
Especially your mom's a nurse, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's horrible. Like,
No, I do think it's real. It's just
No, it's
how it was
definitely
put out
real.
there. You know,
Oh, it was, yeah.
and how it became politicized too is just fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like people think it's like only people that like Trump don't believe in like wearing masks. And it's like
no,
no,
there's
just
a lot of
stupid people don't believe in
liberals who-
wearing
Yeah,
masks.
there's a lot of people.
It's not just people that don't, you know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
Uh,
it's stupid.
I kind of wanted to
Illuminati?
talk about the Mothman. I thought that was pretty
Mothman.
interesting. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it.
No,
It's
but
1960.
I just remember like
a movie.
movie.
The
I seen the
Mothman
movie.
Prophecies or something
the
like
mo-
that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
It
watched
came
that.
out when we were in high school.
I remember
Yeah.
watching
there's
that
a
movie. I remember watching that movie. I think I was watching it late at night, and a moth
That
just
shit's
landed on the
scary.
TV.
Oh shit!
Like for real.
Shut the
I
fuck
shit
up.
you
You're
not,
like
bro. I shit you
3D?
not. I'm like, damn, that's it.
Oh,
It's real.
I have a 3D TV.
I don't know too
Yeah.
much about the Mothman. I want to do like crypto. I love Bigfoot and things, weird shit like that. But who knows, man?
I don't know.
I
You know a
thought it
little
was
bit
pretty
more.
cool. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I was looking into it, and apparently they said that it was like kind of like 7 feet. I don't know, kind of like human looking with wings, with red
Shaq?
eyes.
Yeah.
And
Shaq?
Shaq,
Maybe-
maybe, Hey,
maybe-
with wings.
Maybe that's the guy that's dropping off the Monu list. Just and
There
Right?
you go. There you go. There you go. El Paso. Here you go.
He's a
I don't know,
monolith
it was
Santa
pretty
Claus.
creepy. And apparently, and everywhere it appeared, like let's say it appeared here in El Paso, let's just say that, and then some tragedy would happen and you would never see it again. And then in another place they would see it and another tragedy would happen at that place.
Hmm.
But it's usually just, I guess, just people would see it around the world and something bad would happen in that area. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty creepy.
Shit.
Like to
And
that
they said it was kinda
individual
like
or
an-
like
No, like people actually saw, like there was this one sighting where there was a couple driving back home and they saw this big thing with wings and they had I guess there was a dog in front of them. It was like pieces of the dog in front of them. And it actually kind of reminded me when I was looking into it of that movie, what is it called? That movie where there's that creepy guy, Creepers.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
It kind of sounds like that because they apparently saw him there and it made a weird noise and it started following the car and they were going 100 miles an hour. And that thing was actually keeping up with them.
Oh
And
shit.
when they got into the city, it just went back and flew back to, I guess it was in Virginia by
What
the
were they
TNT area.
smoking?
for real.
I don't
They
know.
must have
It
been
was
smoking something.
I want to see that too. Yeah, that's crazy.
pretty crazy though. I don't know. I thought it was.
Yeah, I get a
But-
kick out of all those cryptozoology, cryptozoic
Yeah.
figures like that. Yeah.
It freaks me
So,
out.
so what has been like the funniest or like most ridiculous conspiracy theory that you've heard, both of you?
I I don't know. I joke about it a lot, but there's reptilians, lizard people, and all that. I get a kick out of it. You know, who knows?
Alien people or what
Thank
are they?
Yeah, thank David Icke for that one. I don't know. It's just the elite. They're like shapeshifters and the archons, and it's just a
I
whole bunch
have
of
I have a friend that's actually like he's like an Indian and they
yes,
believe in stuff like that. And he said, I don't know, he told me
a
that he
lot.
had seen something like that when he
Yeah.
was
Their
little.
religion, they talk about
A
that
lot
stuff.
of Indian, like Indian, like Native American, and from India too. They have a lot of anthropomorphic figures like that too as well.
Mhm.
It is interesting. Who knows? But I do joke around about lizard people and the reptilians and all that. But who really knows? I might be one of them. But
Imagine.
my eyes just roll back in my
So
head.
I have
Or
one.
like,
I have one, but I have to ask you guys a question too. If I wonder if you guys saw it also, but because it was on Facebook, and that's how. This is the only reason why I thought it's not an actual like popular like conspiracy theory, really, but it was called Gaia. It was like a Facebook page or something. It was like a group, and it was about these people that believed that there was an Earth, or basically people like society under like the surface, under
Of
the
the
fucking surface.
yeah, I heard of that.
no, I
And it was just
didn't.
like, yeah, you guys, all the stuff that's it's down there, you know, you don't think like,
There's a
yeah, it's
hollow
you know,
earth.
all
There's
this
a
stuff, and I'm like,
Middle Earth.
I remember seeing it for weeks and weeks and weeks, like on Facebook, being advertised hard, like,
Really?
yeah, like believe the truth, and
Dude, there might
discover
be.
what's been lost, and like, like all this
You
stuff,
start
like it was
digging.
real shit, like
Like a
All
Middle
all you had to
Earth.
do was subscribe, you know what I mean? But like I was just like,
And
the
pay this
theory of,
much
like,
subscription.
yeah, we'll get you in, right? Oh, what is this, like a
Right.
cover? I
You
thought I
want
could just
the
walk.
VIP? What?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Doing it VIP. But like that makes it does kind of raise the question though of like, since there are like geothermal pockets of Earth that are basically warm enough, kind of like the Matrix and shit. You guys remember that movie? They lived
Yeah.
underground and shit. Like, and they have like caves that are basically caverns
The Maya,
created by
bro.
sulfuric acid and stuff like that.
The
from
Maya
Is
had a
that what
lot of
happened
caves.
to them?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
that's
know what
true.
happened to them, but the Maya had a lot of like canals and caves and the cenotes and stuff, and
Oh,
that's
you
crazy.
swam in a cenote, right?
Yeah, and that's cenote with the C, not an S. I like to swim in those too. but
Cenote.
Cenotes. What's cenote with the S?
Cenote.
But what is it? It's
Cenote.
different, right? It's different from
Yeah,
the
I
C.
think so.
What's the meaning with the S? I was
don't know.
told this weekend.
I don't know.
I was told they meant breast.
Oh, no,
Is that
but
true?
isn't it
Oh,
with the
those are
C?
senos. Yeah. I
It
like
is,
to
right?
with those too.
Because I spelled it with an S, cenotes, and
Senos.
they're like, oh no, that means breast.
Senos.
And I'm like, oh shit. So I have to
Big
edit
boobs.
it out. Yeah.
Cenote. Yeah, I went into one, but I
Senos.
didn't swim in it because I
You
didn't
went
have a
into one?
swimsuit.
Yeah.
And I
She
wasn't
motorboat-
about to like fucking take off my clothes and just go in there, you know?
Cool.
So Joaquin left. He said he was
Did he leave
hungry.
because of me? Oh,
Yeah, he's like,
he was-
fuck this shit. I'm not gonna be here by myself.
It's cool. I'll hold it down. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just saw Crystal's face froze too on my side.
Oh, is that like
Right?
that?
Yeah, how was I like that too? All crazy.
You're like all interested in the story, like
I figured I was in my garage. I figured I just come over here in the living room.
I think that's gonna be the thumbnail. Gabby like that. All
Ah,
interested in
shit,
the
I'll froze.
story. All frozen.
And, oh, they were
Yeah.
hearing us, man. They turned us off.
For
It's-
real, they're getting too deep on this shit.
They're getting too deep. Yeah.
Like, fuck this. They
That's
know
Yeah,
too
like,
much. They
what,
know
man,
too much.
what were we talking about? I forgot.
The cenotes, like you swam in a
Yes,
cenote.
yes. It
Oh
was
my god,
fun.
your
It was
trip
beautiful.
seemed freaking awesome, dude.
It was cool. It was really fun. A lot of fun. A lot of first of many. I have seeing pyramids, swimming in cenotes, and scuba diving. Never did
Scuba
that.
cool.
diving. How was that?
That shit's scary as fuck.
So
Like,
then
I would
to
have
fill
been
in,
like, I
and
would
I'm
have felt like,
claustrophobic.
yeah, claustrophobic.
And I am claustrophobic, and I'm surprised I did that. It's amazing.
Do they have like instructors like right there with you,
Yeah,
or
yeah. They're instructors with us the whole time, but it's just there's so much stuff that they have to teach you like in a short period of time, I think, and it's like life or death. Uh,
oh hell
things you
no,
need
then
to
it shouldn't
know.
do that.
Yeah, like you need to know certain things. You're like
Hmm.
down like 30, 40, 50 feet, and you know if you start panicking or anything, you can't just
Oh
swim
no.
to the surface right away.
no? Because you're
You
don't they like
hemorrhage.
yeah?
Yeah, something. So
Are
you have
you
to like
serious?
You
yeah.
have
So
to
you have
slowly go up.
slowly like ascend up, like go up,
Hmm.
and little by little stop.
So you're all panicking there and shit, like
Fuck no, dude.
For real, man.
fuck
It's crazy.
that.
I could
Yeah,
never. I can
yeah.
never do that.
It's pretty trippy.
That's crazy. So I was thinking about doing some shit like that, like whenever I go, but no, I don't wanna.
And
Yeah.
snorkeling is just right on top, right? Like
Oh
where
yeah,
you
I
like
love
stay.
snorkeling. Yeah, you can come up whenever when you're snorkeling. Yeah, but yeah, it's a trip.
Well, it
So
was quite a trip.
yeah, for real,
Yeah, you did a lot.
a lot. I
I remember
needed it. I needed a vacation. Yeah.
when I went back in like 2014. We went to Chichen Itza too,
Mhm.
and we saw the statue, and they told us about the Kukulkan, or what is it, Kukul something?
Kukulkan. Yeah.
Yeah, where the serpent, and then like it shows like there's a certain time and
The
that you
winter
go.
solstice, and
Yeah,
then yeah,
it's real nice.
the like an optical illusion, like the shadow play on the
Yeah,
side.
it looks like it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
it's
can see
interesting.
it on the pyramid, like the serpent.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
crazy how
cool.
they knew all that too. How there's just so much math that goes into that. I guess, huh? I don't know how they did
I
that.
know. There's
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
history.
Hey, so
That is.
what topics did we talk about? The Illuminati and celebrities. I know that was one of the things you guys wanted to talk about too.
What do you know about?
I don't really know too many about that. I think everyone that Tupac dissed is in the Illuminati. I guess I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't know
Uh,
really who. I really don't know who's really in the Illuminati. I think it's just a bunch of posers. Like similar to like how Kiss and Black Sabbath they use kind of shock appeal. Marilyn Manson, you know what I mean? It's that shock appeal. I think a lot of these pop stars are kind of doing that shit too now and stuff. Just
I don't
catch
know.
a
I
vibe.
saw I saw a clip from not Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and he had a um, what's that Mr. Way? Jim Carrey,
Mm,
and
yeah.
he came out doing the Illuminati, but he started sticking out his tongue, and he kind of made it seem like he was joking around because you know how he is, He
Yeah.
Yeah.
takes something like that and he goes with it and starts like joking around, but he started like saying like, yeah, you guys know what the fuck this is. Like, we're all part of it. You're a part of it. And he points to like Jimmy, and Jimmy sounded kind of like nervous,
Yeah.
like
What?
nervous laughter, because you could never know where the fuck he's going with, because he said some
Yeah.
crazy shit. So you don't know if he's telling the truth or he's just like being a dumbass,
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know. Like I
He's
hear a lot about
everybody
Beyonce.
everybody that's a celebrity or on TV or whatever is in that
Like
shit,
some people.
Yeah,
I hear that like I heard Lady Gaga,
yeah,
Beyonce,
Beyonce,
Jay-Z,
Eminem.
and just because they come out like in their concerts, like doing the symbol or, and I know I saw a video of Beyonce saying something about that when she's performing, that there's another
She turns.
spirit inside of her,
The
She
Sasha
turns into
Fierce.
another.
Sasha or something like that. Yeah, and
It's the Sasha Fierce show. No,
yeah, I was like, I don't
I need a
know,
Sasha Fierce of my own.
to be all.
Cool.
it's like a lot of the occult. They use like that symbolism in their videos, and I think I heard too like that dance that Beyonce does. That what it's like a chair. There's a chair that's involved.
Uh-huh.
It's like some kind of occultish dance to. I don't know. It's like a ritual to that.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
Well, that-
I don't know. They probably. I think it's just like they use it for shock value. You know.
I wanted to
Just
bring up since
Maybe.
we're talking
else.
about Illuminati and all that, the Denver airport. Have you heard of that?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a trip. That I never been there, but it's a trip, man.
I've never been to that one either, but I mean,
It's
it is a
so
trip.
cool. Yeah. There's a. I think it was built by Freemasons, another secret society, huh? And
I don't know, but it's
it went over
insane.
It went over $2 billion in budget.
Yeah, and
What?
I was talking about that
Yeah.
to my boyfriend because he works at an airport and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "No, well, that's easily like you can explain that because it's an airport, you know, you have a lot of things that cost a lot, you know, even like the freaking
But two
driveway or what
billion?
is it?
So,
Yeah, like
and then,
I mean,
well,
that's pretty much like you can explain that.
yeah, it's
There's
2 billion over budget, 16 months behind schedule, and I think there was like when it was being built, the construction workers were saying there's like a complex like underneath there's like all these underground tunnels and
yeah, I actually
I don't know what's down there, but it's a trip.
looked into it and they have it's unused tunnels underneath the airport that allegedly were created as a network to like move luggage or like conveyor or something like that to move luggage, and it was never used.
Hmm,
So I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. And
there's
then
like
like that Mustang, the one that the
the
horse,
Lucifer. Yeah,
yeah, that it killed the creator that made it,
yeah.
you know, like
The the head fell on him. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
severed like an artery and he bled to
Uh huh.
death and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
if you see this freaking thing, have you seen it?
It looks crazy.
Like,
I'd
let me
love
show
to
Is
you.
have something
it?
like
I want
It
to see
looks
it.
freaking creepy, like to have in front of the airport,
and
you know?
with red eyes.
It has red
Really?
eyes, it has
Yeah.
veins,
It's like the
Like
first
the
thing you
Mothman.
see. Yeah.
and then also like the paintings. And I wanted to ask Joaquin about it, about the paintings to see like what, because he's an artist,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, he is. Well, I did a little research on that too. The
Mhm.
artist was Leo, something with the T10 10. Anyways, but it kind of depicts like this new world order, fascist kind of
Okay, so that's the art. It's
depiction. Yeah, that one,
insane.
and that's the one. That's like a
Sorry
I don't
about
know
my ring
some
light, but
Nazi soldier. And then if you see in the bottom corner on the right hand side, there's a letter uh, talking about a 14-year-old, the death of a 14-year-old girl in
where
Auschwitz in a
this one right
concentration.
here?
Yeah, yeah, right there in the
Or
corner.
right here.
Yeah, yeah. It's a letter and a woman or young lady being
Okay,
in a
so
concentration camp or something. So
how
Oh,
do you know
shit.
that it's so blurry?
I looked into it. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
okay,
hard.
so
Yeah,
that
the thing that you see right before you're gonna take off on flight, that's some
that's what
crazy shit.
I asked him. I'm like, I
That's
don't know. It
crazy.
must be like the artist that created that, obviously, and
But and that had
it's
to get approved. I heard there was like a committee of people too that kind of over,
Where iffy?
yeah, kind of. I don't know if they came up with the idea of it or, but they over see that he was supposed to get that kind of imagery done or something like that. I'm not sure,
that's
but
insane because it looks very like Nazi.
yeah, there's some
Like,
tripped out
and
stuff
then
there.
he has like at the bottom of where the sword is, it's like, you know, the symbol of
A
peace or
bird.
whatever. It's a bird. It's a
Hmm.
dove, you know.
Yeah.
And he has it like, and then the freaking images of like the kids and all that. It's just
And there's like
scary.
statues of gargoyles.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
all
like to
throughout
go and
there.
see around there.
And then
And
there's a
that's Lucifer.
Lucifer, and there's a plaque there. I think it's like a
Remote
time
there.
capsule.
Mm-hmm.
It's a time capsule, and it says on there too that's not going to be open to 2094 to the people of Colorado, of messages and memorabilia. And it says on the plaque too, New World Airport Commission, and it's
Yeah, I
dated
saw that.
March 1994. And if you add up the 191994, it equals to 33. And I think that's like the highest level of Freemasonry. So there's
Oh,
like all
That's
this
shit.
true.
kind of, and if
That's
you look,
intense.
yeah, there's like some crazy shit behind that place too, man. They say that underneath is like a bunker where the global elite will go if something bad happens.
But why,
From the,
like Denver? Like,
I don't know. It's an international airport. Maybe it's just, who knows? It's not really. I don't know. It's a good question. There's a lot of
it's like,
tripped up. That whole area is kind of weird though. Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico. You have Roswell out there. You got all these
that's
Los
true.
Alamos. Yeah, it's like a weird lot of mountain range areas. There's many things under. I used to live in New Mexico too,
Mm-hmm.
and I would always hear stories about because I lived near Los Alamos, and I knew that they built the atom bomb there, and I always heard there's like a city underneath that mountain. So it's kind of
Oh, wow.
yeah, all this underground kind of thing underneath it. So who knows? There's
Wow.
Area 51. There's Area 50 something area. There's a whole bunch of area things that you see at those signs out there. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's like
that's
military
true.
stuff. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we wanted to congratulate you on your shout out
Oh,
from
thank you.
Tinfoil
Tinfoil hat.
Podcast.
Yeah, Sam Tripley. He's a comedian that I like. Him and a few others I listen to, and he's came out here to Dallas a couple of times too. We hung out, so it's
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. My
I
homie
don't.
Aaron, though, he kind of helped me co-host. He sent that shout out to me. Got a hold of him and
Oh,
he sent that shout out to
really?
me. Yeah.
When are
That's
you gonna do
cool.
that, Crystal? I'm just kidding. When are
Um,
you gonna do that, Crystal? You know what comedian I like. I'm just kidding.
all right. All right. Maybe I'll surprise you one of these
Oh,
days.
can you let him is?
Yeah, but
Can you? That's so cool though. I would have been like freaking out. Were you freaking out?
Who, me?
Yeah, I
Or
would have been like
no?
freaking
Oh yeah,
out.
yeah. I woke up to the message. I was stoked. I was speechless. It's pretty dope. It's pretty cool.
that's
That's
cool.
Yeah.
I like
amazing.
that.
Coast. I grew up off of Coast to Coast AM radio too, and that's like an old radio station. They used to talk a lot of crazy conspiracies too back in the day with Art Bell. So I grew up off of that stuff. So that's cool. That's what kind of got me to get into podcasting too. I was been listening to podcasts for like over 10 years, maybe close to 10 years. And I remember telling Joaquin like years ago, let's do a podcast, bro. And I'm glad we didn't because I didn't know what the fuck to say then. And I still don't really know what to say now. But
No, you're good now.
You know your stuff. That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
But
Yeah,
why
it's
conspiracies though? Like, why not something else?
I don't know. I am working on stuff now. I have another project coming out, The Artist Kind, and I just want to talk about like all that is art. I'm working with that with Joaquin too. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
that's
yeah,
perfect.
my plan is to travel the world and just see museums, just talk about art, see the wonders of the world, and
Cool.
yeah, just talk about art, the artist, any medium, painting, photography, dance,
Any
you name it,
artistic,
martial
yeah.
arts, anything. Yeah, the humanities. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, you already saw one of the wonders of the seven wonders, right?
Mhm.
It's the
Yeah,
Chichen
it's a wonder.
Itza. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. You can, take one off
Yeah, well, and
of your
conspiracies
bucket
is just
list.
yeah, conspiracies is just something I just like I said, there was just so much going on this year. I paint too. I also paint, and I did a series of paintings called the Illuminatus,
Uh-huh.
and it was like probably in March, like where the lockdown first started. And I didn't even know what to do. And while painting that, I was listening to the podcast, and it just popped into my head. I want to do a conspiracy podcast. I had it Conspiracy for Dummies,
Yeah.
and I just thought, well, I don't want to get sued or whatever by the four dummies, the books,
That's true.
So I was
Yeah.
like, nah. And then I'm like, well, conspiracy dummy. It's like its own entity. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be labeled as a conspiracy dummy, even though it's okay. You know what I mean? But
But it's like how you said it, how you explained it. You're like, I don't know a lot about it. I like it.
exactly.
It's interesting for me. Like,
Hmm.
but you think conspiracy dummy. You're like, okay, well, he's interested in it, but he doesn't know. He's not very knowledgeable on it. But
Exactly.
you do know a lot. You know.
Yeah, you do know a lot. I think so.
And I want it to be like a safe space, where you could just come talk about about whatever, and then what's those two things that people tell you not to talk about? Do you know?
Religion and
And
Politics.
politics,
politics.
right?
Yeah.
And in a sense that's true, but me, I don't think it is. I think you
Mhm.
should be respectful, but talk about it. We have to learn from everything. And I think in a way they'd say that is because they want to keep us divided. And they think that we would find out we're more alike than we are different. And I
That's
think
true.
people profit off of us being divided and war and all that. So I think people with podcasting, it's perfect. I think we just have this discussion, a conversation, and learn from each other. And who knows, man?
Yeah.
That's
It's a
true.
cool medium. I love it. Everything. It's crazy. It's so I wish I could be cranking them out like that, but a lot of research and trying to find guests. And right now, I'm thankful for my friends and people who want to get on. But my goal is to get like experts and talk to people that know
Yeah.
a lot
That's
more than
cool.
I do. Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, that
But it's
is a
got it.
goal.
Yeah, and but it's yeah, it is. But I understand it's a challenge too, because getting somebody on a podcast called Conspiracy Dummy, it's like, okay.
Oh, getting somebody in our podcast, effing adult team. I don't know how. I think you would get someone before we do. You, like you. I was like, I'm gonna fucking ask him and see if he can do it. You
Oh
know?
yeah, dude, I was excited, and I'm very supportive. Like I remember when I was getting this started too, Joaquin told me, "Hey, Lorena and Crystal, they're doing a podcast too," and I was like, and I looked into you guys, and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome!" So that's cool, man. I'm very supportive. People from El Paso, and I'm rooting for you guys. I want you to do like 1,000 episodes or
We
more.
are.
All
This is our
right.
this
You
is our
guys too, though.
26th episode.
I want you to get that Joe Rogan money, yeah. Spotify.
Dude,
That's
fuck
cool as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Fucking
goal
Joe
too.
Rogan, huh? That
Yeah, you'll make
motherfucker.
it too.
You took control of this whole episode.
Yeah. Good job.
What the fuck, Denny?
And I wasn't even wearing
What the
my
fuck?
I know. I
know
like
what?
that.
I know.
You got a little hat right here.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna stay here like this. Take it away, Danny.
Right.
Take it away. I'm
I'm
kidding, but what's been the one that by far, like the one that you've liked the most that you've done?
Oh, that I've done. Let me see. Oh, my mom and my daughter and
The witches
my
one,
girl.
right?
The witch one.
The
Yeah,
witch one.
that was really fun. I love Halloween, and I put a lot of work into. I did two of them. I did the one before with my brother and a friend of mine, and it's like a
Mhm.
Wizard of Oz theme, So, and it led into the witches, So that's cool. Yeah, those are probably my favorite. The witch one.
That's cool.
Oh. It is fun having your siblings or your family. I know I had mine,
Uh-huh.
and all she did was fucking talk shit, huh? All
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
all
Well, no, it's me.
episode. No,
It's
it
just
was all like
Lorena.
because she's older than I am, right? I
Mhm.
have to say that I'm gonna put it on. She is older than I am. And she fucking, I swear, like she kicked my ass. Just
She's
kept
so
fucking
cute,
talking
though.
shit. And I was getting pissed.
Yeah, you can tell that she's getting a little bit.
I was getting so mad. I was like, I'm not gonna invite you anymore. I'm done.
My
It's
brother
kinda
too.
funny.
My brother came on the podcast before the witch one, other Wizard of Oz theme episode that I had, and yeah, he wasn't really feeling it. He just like, what's this,
I
But
think I
he was a
heard
good
of because
sport.
you're like, you said my brother, and then he's like, hey, like
Yeah.
whatever.
and then when I recorded, I'm like thinking, how can I play this off? And I made him the Tin Man. Which,
Yeah.
yeah, he has no
Oh,
interest or
okay.
love into anything. That's how
He
that
has
came
no
about.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was listening, I'm like, man, this guy only said like 3 words throughout the whole podcast. Like, can I? It was fun. He was a good sport about it.
I think you mentioned that you're like, he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to do the podcast.
Yeah, he
anymore.
did it. I wanted it to. Yeah, next time he's interested in doing it again, but
I'm
maybe it was just
glad.
maybe it was
Maybe
the
he was
topic. we were talking
nervous,
about.
like Lorena.
He was
Yeah,
like
that's-
me,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it
but
is.
didn't mention I'm nervous like
Yeah.
3 times, 4 times. Well, anyways, thank you so much, Danny, for joining us.
Yeah,
It was
thank
a
you for having
pleasure
me.
having
you.
you.
Thank you
Really
for having me.
enjoyed this episode. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me, having
Hi.
Joaquin on, and you guys gotta come on my podcast if I get a little topic going or something. Usually I just stick to kind of like a little topic through the theme,
One
but we can
topic,
go.
huh?
Yeah, but we jump to any tangents, anything that's kind of
Cool.
yeah, but that would be cool.
We'll bring
But
you
yeah.
little tin hats.
That'd be awesome. I'll wear mine for sure that time.
You better.
Yeah, you gotta make one.
Well, I had a lot of fun. What did you?
I had a
think
lot of
about
fun
it?
too. I really enjoyed all the talking about the conspiracies that I wanted to talk about, like the Illuminati. We ended up talking about the Pizzagate,
It
which
was
I
so
wanted.
cool to like see the insight information that they have and the thoughts that they have as far as like these, because that's what they do. That's what they talk about, things like that. So it was cool to like listen to people who actually look into stuff like that, and then you being all knowledgeable about your stuff too.
I mean, I know because of my sister, and that's why I wanted to talk about some stuff, But I really enjoy like conspiracy stuff. Like I'm really into it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Thanks for
Well,
making this episode for me.
Of course, anything for my pal, my buddy old pal.
You
I was so happy to like talk about stuff that I had to research, obviously, because I don't know about things like this.
But
I
isn't it
hear
crazy? It's cool stuff.
it's interesting. It's interesting to like think about shit like that. That I mean, I'm more of a
That
skeptic.
so far has happened, like some stuff has happened, which is why I like to see all that stuff, like the guys were saying too. That's why when they brought it up, I'm like, yeah, like shit has been happening. So it
Yeah.
makes you think about, is it just a conspiracy? Or I'm sure some things are,
Yeah, like
but
where
there's a
does
lot of
it
things that are
where
not.
does the conspiracy end and actual truth begins, like it's so oh my
Bye.
god, happy New Year's to people. We're not gonna see you until the new year. This is our last
Why? Oh,
episode of the year.
this
Crystal,
is our last
it's
episode.
unbelievable.
When
In
it was-
June we started. That's 6 months ago. Crystal, we did a whole half a year of episodes, busting every week one episode after the other.
Boom, 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 boom.
26 episodes. So we did. I'm so happy. Congratulations, Crystal. That's a big thing.
Yeah, I told you.
I feel
We
proud
did
of
good, buddy.
us. We did one every week.
We did. I'm telling
That
you,
is
we were
dedication, people. That is dedication.
that is dedication, dude. Like, not one day did you say, "Oh, I can't," and if we couldn't, we would do it on Saturday.
So excited though. I'm really proud of us. Thank you,
I'm
Crystal.
proud of us too. Yeah. and,
Thank
like,
you for
Thank
doing
you for working
this.
so hard. Yay, buddy. I know you
I'm
got
working
me.
so hard and no one is paying me. I need that dough.
No, we need that though.
Time to be alive, start a podcast, become a DJ, try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone, but the batteries die.